Yeah, I'm here.
It's actually my first game this season. So hopefully it goes well.
I'm gonna lose by 50 points.
Damn.
No space.
Oh, I'm dead ass. Oh, you mean, bro? Oh.
You just said on that sheet. I'm not gonna lie,
I'm too.
I see this.
They just came out the roster base 11 Odyssey.
Oh,
No. Judge, I know Judge was too. He's saying the same. And Trout is the same. Same thing. He loves that thing. He didn't agree with me this year. Which, I mean, to be fair, the Braves have been ass. So.
Braves are fucking horrible, bro.
Braves have,
Absolutely fried.
it's funny because they're such a good Oh, to my knowledge, I know Jen was like having a case. Then that's intelligent. I need to switch my defensive coordinators anyways. Yeah,
They do join you. Maybe.
Because I won't tell you. I stand. Because I want to do like, and fucking baby was like, it didn't give me an option. I was like, wait a minute, why wouldn't I select it? And all of a sudden, fucking it's my hands. What the fuck?
Make sure they don't.
I definitely.
Just like irrelevant.
Yo.
Buildings on the edge. Kneel.
Oh shit, the Clippers.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Church.
You're the best man win.
What am I saying?
If you personally love it, I love it. I would say
Let it read.
I mean, he's right. He's right, bro.
Rush is how many interceptions did you throw? Stop giving up on the run, love it. I'm trying to help you out.
Alright, and you know what's crazy too? I'm being so realistic. As the daily coach,
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from New Orleans. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They go to Barkley again. And working a couple of yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. His first throw is an interception. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now we're on the counter. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Hit made by Josh Uche. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Dumped off to his running back. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He throws a bullet to the set. He's got it deep downfield. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running left. This is Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's another carry for Barkley. Inside the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. 1st and 10, Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Dak out of the pistol. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throwing again is Dak. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He loses the football. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Prescott here from the gun. Touchdown, New Orleans! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's going deep. Lays out for the this one. Oh, what a catch! It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. On here with Will Shipley. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. It's the Eagles with 6 to go here on 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Dak now from the gun. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Dak throwing again. Catch made by Cooks. This is ahead for about 5. Keely Ringo making the play. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun is Prescott. On the move, headed right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. So the Saints send out Blake Groupie for the try. From the left hash, this is from 47. Mickatommy's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On first down, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10. Here's Hurts. He fires one deep down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Hurts trying to get on second down. He's looking deep once again. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Third down, it's Hurts. He's trying to go deep again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. First down, here's Dak. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts now from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's trying to push the field. He's got it at the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Definitely won't.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Launches one deep downfield. Oh, trying for a lobby, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession of the football.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Running is Barkley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Forced out to his right. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
This taken from the 12. Escapes a defender. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
He rolls to his right.
Oh, he's actually open.
This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
He'll be a pickup of 4, and they'll snap 2nd and goal from the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Fullback trying to power.
What the fuck?
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Oh, you know I'm going to celebrate this one, Brock. Fellow fullback activists unite. Not a ton still kicking around the league, but one of them finds the end zone on the plunge.
And if you're a team without one in a short yardage spot, you got fullback envy as well, because sometimes a guy like this barrel in the head is the difference between getting 6 points or not.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Best game of all time.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, a run with Barkley. Across midfield to the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. You're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Completes this one to Gray.
Okay.
And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. He puts some power on it deep
No,
left.
no. This fucking game is fucking ass, bro.
And he flips the field
There's a
for
lot
them
of fucking
before
good
being
ones, bro.
taken
Holy shit.
down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Game is ass, bro.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Oh, we don't
And
have
he's
this
got a
fucking black
decent
piece of
gain
shit.
before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Dak now from the gun.
Okay.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just roll them. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 18. Now to And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line.
See,
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
I'm saying, like, should have beat the Eagles, like,
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Dallas Goedert the touchdown.
Yes.
His 2nd scoring catch of the game. An extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles make it an 11-point ball game. Elliott all set for the kickoff. Starting at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They gotta turn around.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Play action, Prescott. Gets everything he has under this throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
This game is ass, though.
Sidney Brown makes the play.
I'll roll that be a fucking touchdown. Oh shit. That'd be a fucking touchdown.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone.
I'll roll that be a fucking. I'll be a fucking
pressure,
touchdown,
they
bro.
rose up
Give me fucking
and they
ass.
created the takeaway.
Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Saints are gonna have it. And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak out of the pistol. He's on the move.
Throw it up, bro. Why you didn't throw it up?
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Short pass brought in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play
That won't
calling
happen
is
in
a
real life,
lot
though.
simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Another throw for Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Dak throwing again. On the move, headed right.
No fuck this game's ass.
Big yards on the right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 1st down from the red zone. Completed to his running back. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Watch this game. Watch this game.
They've got a man in motion. Now he'll throw off the play fake. This throw is caught.
No fucking way. No fucking way.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Hurts now from the gun. Looking the sideline, that's Goddard. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Hey, Dallas Goedert.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, Hurts. Try and push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Hurts throwing again.
They get on their team. That's a fucking way.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Defender right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now they face 2nd down. Hurts to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. They go with Barkley here. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway.
No fucking way. No
No
fuck.
turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
GG's.
So it's a win for the Saints. And they're continuing to...
The statistics.
Oh my God.